and welcome. I'm Kim from Empower Simcoe Early On Child and Family Center, and today we're going to talk about stress. That is going to be our family challenge for this week. So we've all been feeling, I'm sure, in these difficult times, stress, you and your little ones. So hopefully I'll be able to guide you along a little bit, talk a little bit about stress, talk about our feelings a little bit, and then figure out a toolkit that we can come up with, or a calming area that we can come up with to help support you at home. A little bit of background about stress. There's good stress that comes in and makes our body feel energized and motivated to get things done. And there's bad stress that makes our body kind of feel like we're in danger and we need to maybe run away or hide, or those are the ones that we're going to obviously talk about a little bit more in depth today. But the important thing is to remember it's how our body is reacting to the things that you and your children are bringing in and taking in within those stresses, and it's how we control our feelings and emotions that will predict how then our behaviors are going to be in reaction to those stressors that our bodies are feeling. So we'll talk a little bit more, and it's really important about your children and yourselves being able to identify how you're feeling, what your body's feeling in that emotion, and then what kinds of things you can do to try and calm yourself and start again, like a restart button. So, as I said earlier, how our body reacts also affects our feelings and our emotions, so depending on the situation. So that's why it's so important for our kids to learn how to express their feelings, how to identify their feelings and the emotions, and how the body is reacting to it, because that's one of the first steps in them starting to regulate themselves and also their behaviors. So let's do a little practice right now on identifying some of those strong feelings that we feel during our stressful times. So it may be helpful to get a mirror and practice doing it in front of the mirror or together, reading stories about feelings, emotions. Those are all great opportunities to start practicing identifying when they're in that state. You can be already saying it out loud. Oh, you look so angry, you look so mad, you look so frustrated. So anyway, let's practice some of the kind of first ones that children tend to elicit via behaviors that we all have seen and are accustomed to. So everyone, I want you to show me your angry, frustrated face. Kind of like you get all, your body tenses up, you like to clench usually, you scowl, that kind of thing. That's a great job practicing frustrated or angry. I'm so frustrated and angry. Now, let me see your scared face. Usually it's kind of your eyebrows go up, your body tenses upward, and you kind of force yourself back a little bit too, because I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure. I'm uneasy, right? I don't know what's going to happen. Now show me your sad face. And we all feel sad. Somebody hurts our feelings accidentally, or we get hurt, we stub our toe, we feel sad about that. And that's okay. We all have these feelings probably on a daily basis. And the other kind of strong emotion that sometimes our behaviors seem to get a little bit crazy is that overexcited. So can you show me your overexcited face? Yay! Usually we're celebrating, like party, it's a party time. But sometimes our bodies get so wound up with that overexcited or excited state that sometimes, our moms and dads, we need to get us back to that calming. So next clip I'm going to show you is, I guess, just some opportunities and options of things that you can start looking for. And this another challenge for you guys for starting to build your toolkit. Hi, so here are just some of the things that we'll talk about a little bit more about what your challenge is, about collecting items for starting a toolkit for the purpose of your child learning how to calm down. So all of these things that you see here are things that you can do and use, and a lot of them are just things that basically are already things that you have, but you're going to specifically use it for this purpose. So first challenge is to find a container. So it might be something like this, it might be something like this that has a lid, or it could be a bigger item like a basket. I think this is a good idea because you just never know what kind of big bulky things that you might end up wanting to put in your calming kit. So so your challenge is to find the container that you're going to house all of this and contain all of this in, and then your next challenge is to figure out a name for it. What do you want to call it? Do you want to call it, the cool calming basket? Do you want to call it, I don't know. It's basically what is really great is if you and your child, if your child's old enough to brainstorm together to decide what are we going to call this, so that when you're recognizing your little one in that state that they may need to use this basket or kit, that they know and can identify that that's where they go to get those kinds of things to help them calm. So it can be whatever you come up with. So that's another challenge for you, is to come up with a name, a cool name or a fun name designated for this purpose. Then what you want to think about are some of the things that your child enjoys to do, and be very observant on what they like to do, and then also making sure that, so when they do this, they seem calm. They seem, that they're not running off your walls and running on your couches and bouncing here and there. They're happy, content, and they're quiet. So this is kind of, the first step in that quieting and calming their bodies, and be observant of what that looks like for you in your house. And so here's some of the things that you may have or can collect and designate for this purpose. So it could be things, if your child is really into, art, drawing, coloring. This is one for me, color therapy. I like to do when I need to focus and attend and calm down. It helps distract me and bring my thoughts back to calming. It could be painting. It could be, for the boys, and this is very helpful for my son, it's linking kind of toys, so the Lego, the Duplo, the connecting kind of things. So these might be items that you want to have in this kit. It could even be like a Rubik's Cube, some challenging things, again, because you're directing that focus onto something other than that overwhelming feeling that they are sensing right now. It could be the puzzles, right? Because those, you typically are finding things that are those quieter kind of activities to try and promote calming. It could be music and headphones and listening to that nice, quiet kind of lullaby, but again, things that will work and that your children enjoy to do, because otherwise it's not going to work. This kit won't work if they're not engaged with some of the options for them. It has to be unique to them and their interests as well, so be mindful of that. It could be Play-Doh is a great calming, so having some Play-Doh tools and a little container inside your basket. It could be, providing, and I'm gonna maybe do another clip on just some strategies using different items for breathing technique and getting out some of that feeling of emotion. But for right now, it's just, these kinds of things, and what you're going to be telling your kids. Hey, you look like you're feeling really frustrated right now. Would you like to go to your calming kit and maybe get something out of that and focus, Maybe it could be, do you need me to read you a story? Would that help you? Would that make you feel better? So, could be lots of stories. It could be drawing again, like I said. It could be even those spongy kind of balls. They're feeling, you're feeling frustrated. Go to your kit, get your balls, squeeze it 3 times. Just, those kinds of things that they might enjoy doing, that will produce that calming effect for them, and kind of just kick them out of that really heightened state of that feeling or emotion. Other things too that might be helpful in your basket would be maybe, stuffies for squeezing, or pillows for squeezing, or even like, trying to get some of that, feeling out, an outlet kind of thing. And like I said, I think I'll do another clip for another time, just a challenge on, kind of more regulation, and then other items you can do for that. So these are all things that are important, and having your children take part in collecting these items around your house and saying, Johnny, I need your help. Can you be my helper? I want to collect some things. So we have a spot where when you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling frustrated, or you're feeling angry, or you're feeling sad, and you want to feel better, we're going to create this cool kit for us to use, and I might help you and say, you look like you're feeling this way, maybe you should go to your calming kit, and then that will help make you feel better. So I think once you get into the routine of doing some of these things, and remembering to describe how they're feeling out loud to them, so that it's becoming identified, they're feeling and starting to know what's happening, and sensations are happening in their body. Then they're saying, so when I'm feeling clenched, and when I'm feeling getting hot inside, and my face scowls, I'm feeling that frustration or that angry feeling, and that's what this is. Okay, I need to go. So we're starting to co-regulate, or we're teaching them, right, how to identify their feelings, and then what they can do to help sort them to get calm and ready to start again. So it's that restart button like I talked about before. So you can also thank them, thank you, it made me so happy. So making sure that you're also self-identifying your feelings, because it's not just them that gets frustrated and have those behaviors, it's us too. We get angry, we shout, and just think of all the kind of calming tools as adults that we've learned how we adapt to try and make ourselves feel better. So it might be that soak in the bath, and that might work for your child too. So these are things you're going to really have to be observant of your child when they're in a calming state, what kinds of activities and things that they're playing with, and what things help bring them back down. Once you get into the routine of acknowledging what your child's feeling and suggesting that they go to their calming kit or their calming box, whatever you call it, they're going to start learning how to identify those feelings on their own. And they may even suggest to you and call you out when you're feeling frustrated or mad that maybe you need a calming kit or something. And that's wonderful, because that just means that they're well on their way of starting to be able to regulate those emotions themselves, and what kinds of things they can do to help reduce that stress that we're all feeling, I'm sure, at this trying time. So I hope this helped, just to provide with the little things again. So the family challenge recap is to first find a basket, bin, or box and name it. try and make sure it's things and activities that are calming, but that your children also enjoy. And make sure that you use that language. So making sure you're calling out all the feelings. And it's the good feelings too. I'm just kind of focusing on those strong feelings that usually portray some of those behaviors that then get us as parents very frustrated at times. And make sure you're a part of it. So like you need to, right, with every skill that's learned, and this is a new skill, you need to practice and be consistent. So you need to redirect, and say, oh, it looks like you're this. I think you need your calming kit. Oh, you look like this. I think you need your calming kit. And then you're all in a routine of building that to engage them to be independent and being able to do it all by themselves, which is what you want. So thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear back from some. Send us an email, a comment. Stay tuned for another family challenge coming your way soon here at Empower Simcoe Early On Child and Family Center. And please remember to stay safe, deep breath, and love each other. Bye for now.